Hi everyone, welcome to Power of Pilates Day 7. I hope you're all really well. Now, have you got 10 minutes? Because that's all you're going to need for today's session to help you feel a bit more mobile, a bit more flexible, and really get you moving and give you just 10 minutes of headspace away from work, away from life, whatever's going on. We're going to be doing some really nice sitting exercises today. So all you need is something nice and comfortable to sit on, like a mat like this, or a blanket, or a folded up towel. And if you want to, you can have a little extra cushion. So if you have a narrow cushion, that's going to be super as well. We're going to start in our Pilates sitting correctly position, which is something we've not done before in these classes. So I'd like you just to sit on the floor with the weight going down evenly through both of your sitting bones and your feet together out in front of you, knees open. So these sitting bones are those little bony pieces at the bottom of your pelvis. So if you stick your fingers into your bum and have a little bit of a dig around, you should be able to find those. So as you're sitting like this, you should feel the weight going down evenly through your left and your right. So just find that position and then bring your toe muscles in. So rather than slouching forward, you're just sitting nice and tall, shoulders melting down your spine, and a piece of thread just pulling up through the crown of your head, so you're sitting nice and tall, supported by these tummy muscles. Your legs are out in front of you, soles of your feet, I nearly said palms, soles of your feet together, legs out, and we take our arms out to the side. So what we're going to do is a really nice side reach, which is going to get your core working and give you a lovely stretch down the sides of your waist. So let's take our arms out to the side, fingers lightly touching the floor, breathing in. As we breathe out, let's float one arm all the way up. Don't move your spine just yet. And then as your arm reaches up towards the ceiling, just start lifting up and over. Bend that supporting arm and reach all the way up and over. Pausing here. And then restack your spine, pressing through the arm, restacking, and float your arm down. Let's go on the other side now. We're going to take the arm all the way up, lifting up and over. So supporting arm just bends. Imagine a piece of glass in front of you and one behind you, meaning that you can't rock forward or back. Now, I know this jumper makes it a little bit tricky for you to see what's going on, but it's a cold day today. And I want to show you that you can do these exercises wearing whatever you are in right now, even your pajamas. Take that arm down. So a lovely side reach. We're going to breathe out, reaching up and over, just tilting your head as well. So you can imagine this gorgeous curve through your spine from side to side. We're going to go one more time like this to each side, breathing out, reaching up and over, still bringing your toe muscle in to support your spine. So think tummy button to spine. Last one here, really nice and slow, reaching up and over, restacking, and float that arm down. Wonderful. Okay, so now we've done our side flexion. We're going to get a bit of rotation in by doing something called a waist twist. So in that lovely supported position once again. If you're finding it hard to sit like this, by the way, I forgot to tell you, you can sit on your cushion, and just by giving yourself a little bit of extra height through your hips, you can just make sitting like this a little bit more comfortable and a bit more accessible for you as well. So for our waist twist, sitting nice and tall, toe muscles coming in, take your arms and stack them one on top of the other. So your elbows are level with your shoulders, that your shoulders are melting down your spine. And we're going to sit nice and tall. So breathing in here. As we breathe out, let's start by turning our head. Turning our head, and one bone at a time, just start rotating around to the side. Got this gorgeous twist. Your arms are traveling because of the movement of your spine. Inhale, come back through to center. I'm going to go on the opposite side now. So we're going to start turning our head and rotating around. So we're just getting rotation through our spine. Really important to keep it healthy. And we're activating that internal corset of muscles that supports your spine as well. Great way to keep it strong. Getting the obliques working, the transversus abdominis, rectus abdominis, psoas, all these other muscles that are working. Come back to center. So your aim is to imagine that your spine is like a helter-skelter. It's like this internal column that is just twisting around. So there's no other movement sideways, forwards or backwards. Just pure rotation. You might find that you can go further on one side than you can the other, and that's completely normal. Coming back through to center, we're going to take our arms and place the opposite one on top this time. Toe muscles coming in and start rotating around. Coming back to center, lovely. So twisting around, bring your core muscles in, back to center. Breathing out. And as your muscles warm up and you get more familiar with this movement, you might find that you can twist just a little bit further than you could when we started. Breathing out and in. Super. And again, don't forget to keep your core muscles coming in, so tummy button to spine. And one more. Twisting around, keeping your shoulders melting down your spine. Don't let them come up around your ears. And come back through to center. Bring your arms down and give your shoulders a little bit of a roll to get rid of any tension that you're holding through there. Wonderful. All right, so we're going to move into something called a spine stretch forward now. So this time we're getting forward flexion of our spine, and just a great one to help you get control and just a bit more movement through your spine. So we're going to show you from the side now. So I'm sitting nice and tall. You can see I've got those neutral curves of my spine just like before, so try your best to find that. Weight go down evenly through both of your sitting bones, and I'd like to imagine you've got a massive big beach ball in front of you, and you're trying to lift your spine up and over this beach ball. So we start nice and tall here, breathing in, breathing out. Let's nod our chin. So we're just starting to round forward, softening your breastbone, and think about lifting up and out. My jumper's in the way once again. Lifting up and out, rolling forward, so you're curving through your spine. Now, you might have a lot more flexibility in your spine than I have. So this is going to look different on every single person. But what is important is that you just try and flex. So you're trying to roll through one bone at a time. So really curving over. So it's like you're just traveling towards your toes, but it's not a fold. It is just a roll. So rolling forward, restacking, and two more here. Rolling forward like this, restacking, shoulders melting down, and one more. Rolling forward, tuck your chin, roll forward, restacking here. Super. Okay, so after you've done all that lovely gentle movement and stretching, we're going to just do a few really lovely exercises for firing up our cores now. So we're going to alter the position of our legs. So our feet are flat on the floor, feet are hip distance apart, knees are hip distance apart as well. Weight even through both your sitting bones, and you're sitting nice and tall here. We're going to have our hands ever so lightly behind our thighs. We're going to breathe in. As you breathe out, just hollow your spine backwards. So you're rolling through your spine, shoulders over your hips, and then start to hinge backwards, opening out through the front of your hips here. So really supporting yourself with your tummy muscles here. Breathing in, and as you breathe out, return, breastbone traveling forward, sitting nice and tall. So it's a 4-part movement. So we're going to roll, shoulders over hips, open backwards, make sure your knees aren't falling together or going apart. Going forward, really feel that strength of the core as you draw yourself back forward. Sit nice and tall once again. Lovely. We're going to go 2 more times like this. Rolling here, opening backwards. Feel your core muscles come on. Let your shoulders melt away from your ears. Traveling forward with your breastbone. Sitting up. Good. One more like this, and then we're going to make it more challenging. Opening backwards. Breastbone traveling forwards. Nice and tall up. Well done. Okay, so we're going to add in a leg lift now. So this is where it gets a little bit more challenging, and you're going to have to do your best to keep that curvature of your spine whilst you're moving your legs at the same time. So find your lovely sitting position first of all. And this time we're going to open our arms out forward, so our palms are facing and they're at shoulder height. You're going to breathe in here, breathe out, roll back. Open out your hips just like before, and pause when you're about this distance from the floor. So about a 45-degree angle. From here, you're going to exhale, extend one leg. Inhale, return it down. Exhale, extend the other leg, point to the toe. Keep your thighs level. Inhale, bring it down. Send that breastbone forward. Sit nice and tall. Let's try once more. Rolling back, opening backwards. Lengthen that leg, point through your toe. One more time down. Lengthen and down. Sitting nice and tall all the way up. Good. Let's see if we can do it one more time. Then we're going to add on another challenge. So rolling back, pausing here. Let's lengthen the opposite leg. So before and down. Now the other leg. Lengthening and down. Breastbone traveling forward. Coming up. Now for our final exercise, you can either stick with those single leg extensions, or you can bring your legs together, squeeze them together, and try and go both legs at the same time. So don't forget, we've got that lovely seated position to start with, arms out in front of you. Breathing out, let's roll back and then pause here for an in-breath. As we exhale, balance and extend your legs. Bring them down. Return all the way up. Good. 2 more like this. Rolling back, tummy muscles coming in. Try not to collapse backwards. As you lengthen your legs, keep your gaze going forward, shoulders down, jaw relaxed. Nice and tall. One more time. Rolling back, squeeze your legs together. Pause here for your in-breath. Exhale, extend your legs as much as you can. Bring your legs down. Send your breastbone forward. Relax your hands down. And give your legs a rest. Well done. Okay, so sitting nice and tall here in a cross-leg position if you can. Let's take our arms out to the side, breathing in. As we breathe out, float our arms up towards the ceiling, reaching nice and tall. Press the air away. We're going to go one more time. Breathing out, reaching up through our fingers. Press the air away and give yourself a nice clap. Well done. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope that you feel energized and mobile. Please share with your friends if you think they'd like it as well, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care and see you then. Bye-bye.